If it matters to you, if they've had relations with one of their friends, I recommend that you have a conversation about how to manage that. Like, does it matter to you if you're ever in the same space? If y'all sitting at the same dinner table, do you want to know? Is there anything that you don't want to know?
Hey y'all, welcome to Boundaries and Grace.
Again, I don't think that men and women need to totally cut their opposite sex friends out. But I do think that you need to be on the very same page about what those interactions are like and what the boundaries are. I'm not talking about in the same book. I'm not talking about, yeah, we both know that like there are certain lines we shouldn't cross. What are the lines? You need to be on the very same page. What kind of environments do you hang out in? Are y'all ever hanging out one-on-one? And if so, like for what? For what are you hanging out with your opposite gender friend for? What kind of environments are y'all hanging out in? Again, we said context matters, right? Because is it not different if there's somebody that has an opposite gender friend and they always hang out in a group versus they have an opposite gender friend and they hang out twice a month and go to brunch together? Is that not different? It is different. Be for real, y'all. Be reasonable. With the friends that you've already had, what have your interactions been like? Y'all calling each other on the phone? Y'all like talking on the phone? Listen, I'm not saying you can't do it, but I'm saying like your person needs to be cool with that. Y'all need to be on the same page. What topics are off limits? Let's go back to the original question, because like this person said, I've been told by a woman that her male best friend has been there for her breakups and emotional support. Now, if it was me, I wouldn't want my person talking to their friend about our relationship. Now, if you're cool with them talking to their friend about y'all's relationship, fine. Not okay with me. It's not okay with me, but you're not my relationship. Y'all are, whatever you got going on, fine. But just be on the same page about that. Have you had any relations with these opposite sex people? And you have to decide for yourself if it matters to you, right? Does it matter to you? And then honestly, to what extent? Is there a statute of limitations that 5 years plus, honestly, we're really not going to worry about it. 10 years plus, we're really not going to worry about it. Over a year ago, you're not going to worry about it. You have to decide what it is that you need. I just recommend that you decide. If it matters to you, if they've had relations with one of their friends, I recommend that you have a conversation about how to manage that. Like, does it matter to you if you're ever in the same space? If y'all sitting at the same dinner table, do you want to know? Is there anything that you don't want to know? You got to know your person. You got to know your person, right? And know like what their boundaries are. What are their limits? Like what would bother them? Like I really recommend like use hypothetical situations. Like, hey, if there was ever a time where we ever ran into somebody that I ever had relations with, is that something you would want to know? Okay. Like, and how would you want me to tell you that? That's a mature conversation. It's nothing crazy. I'm being serious. I really think you should have conversations like that, because what you don't want to happen is you never talked about it and then boop, y'all at the same table, y'all in the same restaurant, or that person comes up to you and you, yeah.